Hi guys, and welcome to another Pokemon Go Community Day review-y thing that I've been doing. I don't know if any of these are actually useful to you, but if they are, please do leave me a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to hear from you on how you did on your community days. And I'm going to try and sound optimistic about some of the stuff I'm going to talk about today. First of all, Squirtle Day was absolutely spot on. Apart from the weather, it was a bit meh. Do stick around for the end of the Squirtle bit because I've got all the evolutions, all the different varieties. Quite proud of how it turned out, so you have to sit back and watch it or just skip ahead and just ignore me waffling on. I suppose there's good updates, bad updates, so we'll start with the bad. During the whole community days they added a new feature and a new research. You may be familiar with the routes feature that they've added in recently. Basically you pick a Pokestop and you can create a route from one stop to another. They have to be between 0.5 kilometers to 20 kilometers, and basically you walk along this path. The research should have gave you Zygarde, the new legendary, in its 10% form, because apparently it has 3 different forms. It starts as the dog type, which is 10%, and then it moves up to 50%, and then complete 100%. And the routes system was brought in because they want you to follow a route. Doesn't quite compute to me, since obviously you're out walking anyway, so what difference does it make? But during these routes you have the chance to find Zygarde cells, which you put into your Zygarde cube, which is totally not even shaped like a cube, but never mind, it's there anyway. First of all, I'll point out that we spoke to people who had actually been out on these routes during Community Day and found nothing. They reckoned you could probably find 1 to 3 cells per route. However, we've kind of debunked that because I haven't found any. Over the past few days we've done a few and we found nothing. Nothing at all. So, not exactly optimistic, and not exactly surprised that Niantic would roll out another feature that doesn't work, since it took weeks before you could actually plot a route here, or even use the route system. It's not something that's overly interesting. I will say that the complete version of Zygarde will probably be destroying the Ultra League. PvP will probably have him in the way a lot when people do get to that stage, but if you don't play PvP, it means nothing. And let's be honest, I'm not looking to get a complete form anytime soon. I prefer the dog anyway. I suppose I could top that off with a little bit of good news that I've nearly completed the masterwork research to get shiny Jirachi. I am nearly there. It has taken far too long to find 10 Kecleon. In fact, Gemma is still looking for Kecleon. I have nearly finished, so I will be putting the results of that up in a video maybe next time, who knows, or maybe as a short. I've not really decided yet. I mean, let's face it, the Zygarde that I got wasn't exactly what you'd call brilliant either, so I don't expect big things. But I did pay for the masterwork research, so I do expect good things. I suppose after the Squirtle bit's done, we can talk more about what's coming up. More exciting news that's actually coming up. But until then, do enjoy the evolution phase. It did take quite a long time to find all of these guys, so please give it a watch. Poliwag. And why are we still doing Kanto? I kind of thought this year was supposed to be more Hoenn themed, but apparently we're still doing Kanto stuff. I don't know why. And apparently a lot of water based stuff. I don't know if there's a hidden message in there or not, but it seems to be the way things are going. There's quite a lot of forms, so the evolution stage for that is quite hefty. I hope you enjoy the evolution for that. The whole day was a scorcher, to be fair. Like, far too warm to even be out, and somehow we managed to finish our day earlier than we normally would, which is kind of weird. We managed to get home before the event even finished, and that's not normal. We did notice a lack of people out doing it, so maybe it's a case that people just didn't want to get involved with an old Kanto style guy, you know. Could be that. Probably talked to a lot less people while we were out. That's probably why we got home a lot sooner than we did normally. And of course, let's talk about the next community day. The next community day coming up is going to be Froakie. He will have a shiny version and he will learn exclusive moves. You will learn Hydro Cannon, but they're also adding in another move, a fast move he can learn. I believe it's called Water Shuriken or something. Don't know, might be good, might be bad. Won't know until we actually see it in action. Still no Mega form yet. Or at least turning it into Ash's version of Greninja would be pretty cool. Who knows, maybe they'll bring that up in a future update, but for now, nothing. And of course the global event will be straight after that on the 26th and the 27th of August, so I'll be seeing people out for that. So let's talk about GoFest. Obviously GoFest is coming up rather quickly, and those of you who are going to London or Japan, or basically if you've paid for a ticket to actually go to these places, good luck on your day out. I hope you have a good time and I hope the money was worth it. Personally, I wouldn't pay it, but that's just me. Do enjoy your day out, and as far as features go, they've added a little bit of news that they've brought out. Mega Diancie. Now I know for a fact there's no way in hell they heard what I said in the last video that I did, that it was going to take them years to bring out Mega Diancie because they trickle feed just Pokemon. You know, I highly doubt they heard me, but they certainly did roll out the carpet to bring in Mega Diancie so you could all get it on GoFest. So while you're in London, do give it a go, and I hope you get a good one. I suppose that's all I could say. I'll be taking part in the global one with Gemma, and that is all we're doing. We're not doing these fancy ticketed events. We'll just be doing the global event. Any GoFest I've taken part in so far, the final result tends to be a bit poor. I've had a really bad time with catching Shaman, where I've got 2-star Shamans both times. Cosmog, he's nothing to be celebrating either, to be fair. These very, very poor pickings. So I won't be holding out much hope for anything too fancy myself. The only part I am looking forward to is Mega Rayquaza, which will happen obviously during GoFest. I already have my shiny ready and I have a hundo ready to be evolved using the meteor pieces that they're going to add into the game. There's a lot of these random items that are thrown into this game all of a sudden, and I can't help but feel it is far too much of a burden to be carrying around all this crap for the sake of one Pokemon. Like the Zygarde thing, I mean, you've got a special cube that takes cells. You only get one Zygarde. What are you going to do when you complete them? I mean, that's it. That is it. But then you could say the same for the Gimmighoul, where you get the coin bag and then the Gimmighoul coins, and it's all just basically to get one Pokemon. It's a lot of added frustration, and it's not overly accessible to everybody, especially if you don't have a Nintendo Switch. You can't basically get Gimmighoul. Simple as. And let's face it, if you have any kind of disability that might stop you from walking a long route, then you're not going to get Zygarde cells either. So I don't know, it's a lot of rubbish features, like I've said. I mean, I didn't even rate the showcase feature that high, it's just a complete waste of time as well. I mean, to have on your screen it's huge or it's tiny, you're like, ooh, and then you check it and it's like, it's 1-star trash, bin. What's the point? I really don't understand their logic in it at all. But someone's dreaming this stuff up. I do hope you enjoyed the small pickings I bring in this video. Unfortunately, most of it was downer with the whole root system, but who knows, it might grow upon me. I highly doubt it though. Leave your own thoughts and comments down below. Tell me what you think of this system, if it's actually worth a damn. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.